All righty. What's up, guys? How's everyone doing? Welcome to a pre-Halloween weekly tip-off show. I'm your host, Chris Long, here with the co-host, Todd Paul. What's up, Todd?
How you doing?
Good, man. Took another L today,
Yep.
unfortunately.
It's hard to be undefeated like the Bulls.
Yeah, here we go. Great. But, talk about, undefeated, it's something that warms my heart a little bit. I mean, last show, we had a little wager, you know what I'm saying, about Knicks. I think it was Knicks. I forgot who it was. Knicks won. That's all I know. That's all I know.
Yeah. It was the Knicks versus they played. Oh, who they played that first game? I'll tell you right now. It was a
Yeah,
good
I
game.
mean, but audience, we can show you kind of what happens when you bet against Mr. Long here.
Oh, it was the Knicks Cavs.
Oh, Knicks Cavs. Oh, that's too bad. Let's see
Mm-hmm.
what happened because Todd lost. I mean, you look kind of swole there. You know what I'm saying? It looked
Good
good.
Good form.
Yeah, it's good form. Good form. Well, look, we'll probably have a bunch of those during the season, and won't be the last time you lose, so be
Yeah,
okay.
we're definitely gonna run that back for sure.
All right, well, look, we got a good show for y'all, man. I think really the first thing we're gonna do is kind of talk about surprise teams. It's been about just over a week and a half of the NBA season, so let's talk about some teams that are some surprise teams that we see. Let's talk about the rookies, man. This rookie class is going gangbusters, man. This is a special rookie class. I want to talk about that. And then look, in special kind of Halloween form, let's just talk about, what are the players that you can pick up on maybe your waiver wire or you already have that you can't bench that you need to start that's going to make your team super scary going into the season. So we'll definitely talk about those under the radar players that are really killing it. We got one in particular that's Todd called kind of a while back. And so we're going to get into that too. But let's talk about the teams, man. I think I have a few teams in my mind, but I kind of want to kick it off with you. I really want to hear kind of what's a team that you see that's really going to the season that's really surprising you so far. A week going in like 4 or 5 games, but a team that you see really surprising.
I mean, honestly, the Bulls and the 76ers, I mean, I know they're both 4-0 and undefeated. 76ers, their backcourt is playing unbelievable.
It's crazy.
From obviously Maxey, Edgecombe is the rookie who they just drafted 3 overall. He's playing unreal. Oubre's hitting shots all over the place. So their backcourt is definitely just carrying the workload. And Embiid plays one game, plays and then sits out another. But he's been solid when he actually gets minutes. But no, it's definitely the guards carrying the team.
Yeah, Philly's a special case, man, because they really need to build around their young core, like
Yeah.
badly. And I probably, if you put the GM to like the on a lie detector test, it would it would definitely be like, get Embiid, get Embiid and Paul George out of here.
Yep.
You look at their contract situation, the next like 4 years, they're both on huge max contracts, earning over $100 million for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting where that team goes because I mean they have McCain coming back
Yeah.
soon too. So it's going to be
because they can't
yeah.
they can't buy him out, right? Because the players know if they buy out, no other team really wants him. Like, no, who wants Paul George?
Yeah.
Right? So,
Right.
and Embiid, you can't trust him playing. So
Yeah.
those players will probably say no to a buyout because they want all their money that they can get because they're not signing another big contract.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're gonna have to let Grimes go at the end of the season. There's no way they're gonna be able to sign him.
Yeah, but like he's replaceable. I mean, McCain can do whatever he does.
That's true. That's true.
And then the Bulls are playing so well. I honestly, I love how they are playing. They actually play defense this year, which is kind of new.
Yeah.
And Trey Jones has been like a very nice addition.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, like it's kind of convenient. Kobe White he's hurt, so he's been out.
Yeah.
But like Trey Jones is a better passer. I think he's a better defender. He's not as good as a scorer, but like the way Giddy's been playing, the way Buzelis has been playing, Vucevic, like we don't really need more scoring, right? We need people who will take a charge. We need people who can pass to the open guy and play unselfish. So he's filling all those roles.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens when Kobe comes back because the coach is going to have a tough a tough ask on who he wants to sit. So we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, I think like correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Kobe White is going to be a free agent coming up soon. Like maybe not next year, the year after. I'm not sure. But it's interesting with that team, man.
Yep.
Buzelis, man, he came out in what they called a weak draft. I think he was like the 14th pick. And I remember that draft. Um, and yeah, people slept on him pretty heavily. He came from the Ignite team. Uh,
Yep.
that guy, he's killing it though. He's probably looking like the best rookie in that class. Like I don't know who else really is. I'm trying to think. That's the Voot. That's the Reese's egg class.
It is. Yeah, it's tough to say. I mean, it's early, but like Sar's been playing pretty well.
Yeah, sorry.
Castle won Rookie of the Year. He's obviously very good.
Yeah,
Klingon has been pretty much getting a double-double most games now that he's getting full minutes in Portland. So yeah, it's actually not a bad class. Khalil Ware does well in Miami. McCain is produced for Philly when he's in. So there's a few good young guys who actually are doing well.
yeah, I understand that. I think I want to go with you like the two teams that I think kind of on the opposite ends, right? Of like that I think that we all thought were going to do better.
Hmm.
Um, and two teams I have in mind that I really still have high expectations. It's early in the season,
Yep.
so anything can happen. Um, one just got a victory tonight, so kind of bad timing, but against the Hornets. But the Orlando Magic, man,
Yep.
they were 1-4, now in 2-4. The shooting won the I think 30th in shooting percentages and pull up jumpers. Last in the league in 3-point percentage.
Yep.
It's they're this the same thing that's always been their Achilles heel. And Bane is not Curry. He's not, a super 3-point shooter. So it's tough to lay all the blame on him. But at the same time, man, like it's gonna be hard to beat teams in the playoffs if you can't shoot. Your defense has to be crazy on point. But even if your defense is crazy good, like you still have to be able to shoot. And
Yeah.
Paulo, it's the same issue with him. And I think one thing I'm just disappointed with him is just you want to see guys over the offseason progress in their weaknesses. That's why I always respect guys like LeBron. When he first came in the league, he couldn't shoot. Then like now you can't leave him open.
Right.
For instance, like Paulo, it doesn't seem like his shot has gotten better. So I'm worried about the Magic. I mean, Suggs is back, but he's not a fire 3-point shooter either. So where's the scoring come from in the playoffs when everyone locks down, right? So that's one team I'm definitely afraid of, especially if they go against like a hot Knicks team or
Yeah.
I mean hell even like a Bulls team if Kobe White's playing on fire and like Buzelis is playing like
Yeah.
it's gonna be tough for him.
Yeah. I mean, the Paolo. I mean, if you're talking about shooting as in 3-point percentage, yeah, it's like 15%, which is like horrific. Um, but his field goal percentage otherwise is like it's really good. I mean, he's shooting over 40%, and he's averaging 23 points, 9 rebounds. I think the big thing with them is they're just like poorly constructed.
Mm.
to me. Like,
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
because you have Paolo and Franz Wagner, who like they're really similar in players, right?
Mm,
Like, they're not great 3-point shooters, so you're kind of doing the work by like driving, but like Paolo doesn't always, he's not always willing to drive every game,
right.
and it's just like I was hoping you would see Paolo kind of develop a post game because he's a pretty big guy.
Yeah.
And at the four, like fours are just getting thinner and thinner, like a Chet Holmgren or like Jalen Johnson. Like if he could develop a post game, like I think that would add a whole new dynamic to how the Magic play. But again, like you said, he hasn't really developed.
Yeah.
Uh,
I understand that. I mean, I'm talking when I talk about Paulo, I'm talking about more of like the jumpers. So if you
yeah,
dig deeper into it, like his field goal percentage is good, but I mean all that is, within the rim. But like as far as jump shooting teams, like as far as attempts, one of the lowest, like especially made one of the lowest. And that was their Achilles heel last year,
yeah,
right? Like they just couldn't score.
yeah,
So I mean, look, things can change early in the season, right? I actually like their coach. I think he'll, turn it around, but I don't know where the scoring comes from. And if you make that trade, if you make a trade for someone, they already kind of gave up everybody for Bane.
yep,
The person on the block you're going to trade is Wagner. Like
yeah.
that's who you're going to give up. Or you have some other guys like Isaac and some other guys, but it's going to be tough. So I don't know how you see them growing to beating like. I mean, Boston's not healthy, so that helps. Indiana's not healthy, obviously, but then
And Indiana's probably my pick for biggest surprise.
yeah,
But again, they have actually like a cluster of injuries since the start of the season, so they're just in bad shape. Like I
yeah.
don't think they can. By the time people get healthy, I don't think they can dig themselves out of it.
Watch them get the number one pick in the draft. I already know
They,
it.
they,
But
they honestly they might like
they probably will. Like Charlotte hadn't had one in God knows how long, but they're just handing them out
yeah,
to every other team. But go ahead. Anyway, one team though I wanted to bring up that I think is kind of alarming. And look, Anthony Edwards is hurt, so like I kind of see probably them falling back. But I think I always told you this, but the Timberwolves, the point guard position is an issue, a big issue with them. Like they already set Connolly. They're putting DiVincenzo, like starting him as a point, but he's not really a true point. He's
yeah,
like a shooter.
yep.
They don't even play Dillingham. He's just sitting, right?
Honestly, because he can't play defense.
Like,
He's like a 6'3" guard who doesn't play defense. He has a bag on offense, but like you have Anthony Edwards, right? You have Julius Randle. Like you don't need someone else like getting the ball out of their hands.
I mean, but they need somebody to help. Like what hurts them in the playoffs is like Anthony Edwards has to do
Yep,
everything, right? And it's just like it wears on you after a while, and
it
just
does.
like
But I think that's where Randall comes into play because, like, I think they want DiVincenzo and McDaniel's to handle all the tough guards and defensively, and then Gobert shuts down the paint, and they're probably thinking. I mean, you probably don't want Anthony Edwards to bring up the ball every time, right? But like they're probably thinking Edwards controls the ball. If they double, he kicks it out to like Dante for a three, or McDaniels, and then when he needs help, like Randall can go get a bucket. He got a bucket to put them in position to win the game against the Lakers, and then um, what's his name hit a game winner.
Reed.
Reeves hit a game winner. So yeah, I mean, I think they had a slower start than they're only 2-3,
Yeah,
but yeah, they could easily be 3-2. They had some tough games. They lost to the Lakers twice, which
it's not
is
good.
a little surprising.
I'm not as optimistic. I love Anthony Edwards,
Yeah.
obviously. Like in the playoffs, he's going to be a dog. But man, he's like if he's like the MJ kind of build, like you need some kind of point. You got to have some kind of point guard. Like, and I'm not asking for them to have like AI or somebody like at the point or an all star. Like just someone serviceable to help ease the burden a little bit. And I mean, they get carved up every time. DiVincenzo's not it. He's a good kind of guy off the bench, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
Yep.
But you know, I guess time will tell. You know,
Yeah. Yeah. It'll be interesting how that plays out.
yeah, for
One
sure.
team who's doing like way better than I expected. Portland Trailblazers.
Yeah,
Now it's early. It's 3-2. Um, but you look at that roster and
yeah.
like no one jumps off the page.
Shane Sharp's a beat. I mean, I love Shane Sharp, man. That dude is a monster.
Yeah, but okay, yeah, he's good, but he's averaging 17 points. Like
I know.
you like it's just a good team effort. I mean, because you don't know who's gonna do the scoring. Like, there's no one doing really heavy lifting. It's
Yeah.
just a good team ball.
Yeah, I mean, look, late last year they were killing it, like they were one of the best teams going into like the last 10, 15 games of the season. Now, I mean, a lot of teams were tanking, but at the same time, like they were smacking people at the end of the
Yeah,
season.
I mean, it's kind of a coincidence that they start winning when their coach, uh, gets arrested. So, like, I just found that ironic. Just
Hey,
ironic how that happens.
look, man, they stopped having poker games in the locker room, I guess, you know what I'm
Not having
saying?
poker games, who knows? He was maybe putting in the wrong guys at the wrong time to lose the game. I don't
Yo,
know.
allegedly.
Oh,
Allegedly. All right. All right, let me see. So let's go to the rookies, man. I think like this is a cool subject to talk about because I think with the rookies, man, this is like I said, a sick rookie class. You already mentioned about VJ. That
yep.
dude, drafted to Sixers, wasn't supposed to go there. I don't know if people know like the story behind like VJ going to the Sixers. He was not supposed to go there. It was supposed to be Ace Bailey going there.
Yep.
And Ace kind of just bombed himself, the agent. Everybody kind of knows that whole story. And VJ ends up going to the Sixers, and he just is killing it. I think, yeah, just leads the league, leads the rookie. Sorry, 22 points a game. Like was it 22 points a game? Um, I mean, I think it's like 6 rebounds, maybe 5
Yeah,
assists.
6 rebounds and 5.5 assists.
Yeah, it's scary out there. And
Yeah.
so he's doing well. You have Cedric Coward who's like, killing on the Grizz. You got my guy Khan, like one of the that's most 3-point shots made for a rookie in league history. So
So
um,
far, through 5 games.
through 5 games,
Yep.
but he's doing his thing. And obviously you got Dylan Harper making that story in San Antonio interesting. I told you a long time ago, as soon as Harper was there, I was like, do not sign Fox to a long-term deal.
You did.
They did it anyway, so I guess we'll see what happens. I mean, Wemby's maybe so good you can do Fox, Harper, and Castle, but
Yeah.
at some point, like you're gonna have to have wings to guard the other team. So, or maybe Wemby's that good, he just shuts down everybody else. So I don't know, but it's interesting, man. I would say, who do you think is going to keep it up for the rest of the season for a rookie? Like we didn't even mention Coop,
Yep.
and obviously Coop is he's had his ups and downs.
Yeah.
Good game here, bad game here, which all rookies have. But his expectation, everyone was thinking he was going to be after probably most hyped after Wembanyama. Like if you think
Right.
about it. And it's tough to live up to expectations as a young rookie as he is.
Yep.
But in all fantasy drafts, he was drafted high, super high.
Yep.
But yeah, what do you? I guess what my question to you is like, what do you expect out of Coop? And then who do you think's gonna, who do you think's gonna carry to the end as far as rookie of the year?
I think Coop's doing pretty much what I expected. Like he'll average, 13 to 15 points. He's doing a good job on the boards. In 2 games, he's had 10 rebounds. He'll get, so a few games where he had 4 assists or 6 assists. So he's going to be solid. Nothing, doesn't scream superstar. Like he's not going to get 30 points, or he hasn't yet. But he'll be a solid guy, 15 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, something like that. Like he's just put solid numbers, but nothing that blows you away.
Isn't that a letdown though? Like if you're
for his projection, yeah, it is. He just doesn't seem the type of guy that like looks to just take over every possession. Like if he can score 5 possessions in a row, like I don't think he actually will take the shot 5 possessions in a row. You know what I'm saying? But like Edgecombe, like when he knows he's feeling it, he looks super aggressive.
Yeah. I remember watching him at Baylor, like because I was in that draft heavy.
Yeah.
And I watched VJ at Baylor a lot. And that he is like the prime person if you want to understand the difference between the college game and the pro game. He is like the essential like guy you would see, case one of like who would exceed in pros and is like shows flashes in college. Right. College, everyone just stands around, clogs the paint, like it's not fast moving. In the NBA, he's just the athleticism is on display everywhere. And so I mean, he played the Olympics from the Bahamas and he was doing the same thing, but he just people were concerned.
And it helps. He's playing with Maxey, who takes, all the attention on the defense, and he's able just to like sit in the wing if the ball comes to him. He's quick enough to drive. If he's open, he's just taking that 3 and he's making it.
He's just playing free, man. It's cool to see, man. I think, Coop though is just I don't know. It's just like I said, it's interesting just because his projections is